And anope ma me fa sa ho kwan so na me anti se wa bifarok me ma na chi na me ma me no de omo doso na me no doso ma ko aoi ma ko ma chi anti pinaman so ma wa chi anope na fe mama Angelina Boachi ansa wo kuma se anope wo so me ma chi na fe me sisuku wo jowulu anti anope me ma a very good morning. Me wie pe me fro na so ofia na mafa ho na mahwe wanim kakra na mafio me ma me ba ko pa me ni ho agrokra. Ene Mrs. Patricia Owusu awo Kaswa Fifi Pratt. Ene wawoda enti abusuafo ni nyina ase me kan chew se wo moma wo awoda pa. Ena fe Elizabeth Ajimado na fro na abena abanko wo ohwim kumase na wawoda atwam entini abena bayie wa wunia ba se oma happy belated birthday abena abanko. I hope I got the name right. Yes sir. Very yes sir. Anyway, I'm sure we okay. Over the weekend na minia Dr. Jiwa ekosi ni hene ewo asamankase nti odo ye asamankase mawere hene nti ene Dr. Kwame Dr. Jiwa oye siso yo hene to ya asamankase mawere hene nti asamankase fumichia mu nyina amenu ata West Village anope me mawachi na fa asamankase hene na busuafo nyina man from hene na natwumberema ene mpanyifo ni nyina na efe mu ma mane je nso kama mesen aba asamankase pa na asamankase abe ye kra behwe ena no pay abujafo misaka mu ofia ye bedi nkomo no ma mehwe me benkum so Owura Alfred Thompson NPP communication team no waka ho ena nananto emrechi wono nso waha wono nso political analyst na hwan di na edi ma mi nso enyo no noti hai na anka kwakubwa ni na so oba ba kwakubwa he ama na minim se yedi kan bo producers amane so wo mma egbefufu na besi na nan a nti nipa no minim ni din pa so memmo person no abodi din na mo hu nipa ko a obesi NDC anan eti krachi bodi
aja we dance bebe Mahmoud Kabore.
Yes and this communication team no waka ho bi na kwakubu an mechi na ono be hu se de we asisitie ewe mama makwa ba wie na yenhwe briefly yenhwe de esie ensuo hu ensemsem dia sisi akoko pie mu se okọ makangu a nipa 3300 ena enya bebi fa wo muti ento omo affected ewo nsu a etotoye no ho ena nipa ba ko perform ahwere ne nkwa na yahwe mampani abedi akire nso wono nso kwa okọ framanta mu na semako kan ne se oni wo ma akosa tibia no nyina no ono mu nyina nukrenie ene ya se omo satibia ne mu nti he sympathized with them and also December kwa nti yenhwe say within a space of a week or two na wukọ framanta mu de ho de ye nyina nyam bobo pa nyama sei papa ena makango de nso ya abayi no eno nso yemfa kan na yehwe na ho de no kra no wo hwe na ye say nsu etoye ba soro wo soro ho no ine bunkam form so sa ama say nipa be 3300 ena omho akwa adwa mu ena ba kumpo afamu ahwe ne nkwa so man aso ya prepared for national disaster say their way akwakoye yana na to ba mhye sen fan so na mi say say makango die nso no kra nyante de siye wo framanta mu nso ye nyina ye hu mampani abedi akire nso wakọ ho ene amanfo a ekosa tibia ne mu no mampani abedi akire nso akoma on shedding ene yakọ mama ti osima ebeye enson ede anyway
no ejokobra mama ma wachi na minchia menu anuma ni mpanyifo amene won ahia anopɛ na minchia obi biara orehwɛ UTV anopɛ titiu okwapeman jaseman ane mahemiafo e wadoso nyina anopɛ mi checha obi biara Jacob na yɛda ne yɛsɔre a yɛnhyɛ da anti asempa because yɛnuanom a wɔwɔ Framantem voter region na in fact uka Framantem nko ana say the other regions Eastern ka ho Greater Accra nso ka ho
babia West no affected
the pay and importem ho na isu ayiri won na obi bekesi insu yi a eyiri won yi anye bia eyinsu a etoy na eyiri won ana se enam kwambe nso na insu yi etumi eyiri won se main han many nka wo two forms of disasters wo man-made or artificial disaster and wo natural disaster. Natural disaster no eno ne kroya obo ni din maka uze wo fro den makango eno din su na ato obi antumi in control insu a ereto anameboa enti insu na ato na ato abroso na yiri amanfo wo ho nkwana ye hwere wo ho no nyankopon fa ne kra nsi na na busuafo ye ma won yakọ na fe won so a wonya baby inna na wonya baby mfa wontinto so meje mi di se de bia me beka dwumaku ya na me hu se ne amenka ne mfa nadmu no wogusu wo hode omo because nya minim ni se asembi base ya esesenka nadmu na yete wonka na wokeka won ho but say nadmu na ko yete se akodan political arena both political parties eba power nyina no won krofo nko na wo push gu ana wo push hye ho ntie be wi achi no the kind of training na say wonya na wodi ye adwuma na ese fata no yenya sa training no nti wo be hwe na foot soldiers ene na sefo nko na kwakogu nadmo me no ka say I don't think say even nadmo one budgeter what they call abamu no won atumi aye bibia ma nti jesse yenga yewo krumanfo na say yakika yensase na yede boa won a sama ne huni ayeden ato won na mekanisi sa disaster here esi ejakobra we could have avoided it oh you because when you natural disaster a man-made deliberately disaster in the sea oh yes
deliberate now patch say
ejakobra make a deliberate because wonga woyem panyimfo a wohwe saa adwumaku no so anye bia over the years no ade we bia sidana the question is there be na aye den na samri wotena se ama ade we asi to this magnitude uka obi bekesi ena dam no aye ma nti no se wonga muya dam no ebebubu anye bia since 1965 we see dam senya we bue dam ya wonga pali nsu agu akira wonga bue ni samri ebia sidana the question is no inti day inti na samri we esi so many questions and in our manful team say impo is it a deliberate attempt say what person will declare state of emergency na impo sikebi impo a amanful person will din one fan call parliament for approval because the moment I will issue state of emergency the president can use his own discretion to go about spending. I don't think America say is it not a deliberate man-made attempt? Because so many questions keep asking. I keep asking so many questions because bisa husi inti se edumaku bi ti se VR over the years wonim baby a aya insunu ne level no edu emri bi atwam imiri bi atwam na insulin level no form daily graphic and in newspapers in nyina no every day will report inti some reason insulin level no kosoro no what prevented them from reporting to the people what is important ho
so you would see VR for no can say omo ne other stakeholders no some campaign bi omo ye osetu bi ema omo can say omo to ne din down ho so campaign ema omo ne community ne didi nkomo akire say omo down ho so cause bibi sa betumi asi
nti down ho so no mo ne VR fo ne kasai won a wokrum ho no mo ne won kasai ena wakachi mu sisi down ho so na wo be ka kire won no wode won anu nko na be kan ana wo kan wie no otu anamon bi si down ho so nti bia ya pe hamam monko ana say ye ne aban adi nkita ho bi nti aban di sa sika we ana aban kwa ye camp bi wo baby amam sa questions we nyina no esese yehu na yehu sa questions we nyina yatumi akasi ene na VR wo di ka say ana nia won aye no normal but until say all these questions are being answered no we don't take it as normal because say we tie MPs efi important hona in some work can say there have not been any stakeholders engagement inti nipa na adenifa no ho no woni na nye nkitahudi bia na oni obi a owon kran eye nkitahudi enya nkitahudi a ofise nsunsu aso ben ne beba inti sa adie esi nyina no we could have avoided it because communication no send yourself kofa
yan hwe se eno ye from makango die eno enso ne to ya
na make say eno natural
yi
eno natural
I can say you do tibia bi mu say ya especially those in the north and this savannah so important one no omutumi kwa ho kire mu pa I can say a yearly basis we say black voter no na mabu so entina isa asoman no entutu ben potin na ye be dia bo asafo no say Adekye ade esa nyina no ye bue bagredam a oho kire wo mo sa bagredam ese bebia obebe o meba bagredam no ye de be dam kakraka na ye de irrigation e fa nkosin ye hu hwe etu this oman no ye ni abre e wo sa aturenche bi tu ahwe ne sia
ode bagredam ba mu na assembly abesi meeting anye bia munye ni say Burkina for secretly they are opening the bagredam ayeni
oh and obia ye be den ebe
o de na so betumi abueni kakra obetumi abueni kakra wadwere maso because you see the magnitude of insua aba akosombo no ere say voter region you ask yourself serious questions and yembi say hu say diplomatic ties between Burkina Faso and Ghana etiden these are questions we need to ask okay. Because we say we build secretly na obi anima it could be say nsuna to Burkina yenye nimu ha but only bue ineba because senior insunu ebafa no ejakwabra 1965 I will see dami ABSC but this magnitude is too much intimate. I keep asking questions and when you keep asking questions nipa so answer abanga oteso because it say assembly ebasisi na wonga wobu oman and the managers of this economy no they are supposed to be responsible for in some and answer questions ye here the answers until when the answers are not forthcoming na emma ya dream ye na kakrasi and so ampa are we having better managers of this economy? Because look, say the way in sunu baby eduno in sunu po ejakwabra say e move ejina faako and adam black e move ejina faako na adam black and as say canoe and amanfo e yusu nti bisa hu say insu ben kwa na toya to extend say the magnitude etisa it is because obi yen adwuma ye ewo asoye na wo no na sanko obi yen adwuma ye na onipa ko no e reporto daily basis to send your time na isu ne wiwe na ye nyankane no wo reporto ma en daily na mi je bi di say enkasa nkrofo ya woti wo nyina no obeda wo so because mede communication no ankoye.
Okay, me briefly. VR4 at the subo ebo Meteo for say Meteo for ama omo and na Meteo for the craft about bontin say no correct. It says since March this year omo information. I think May almost omo August almost time omo said the echo unity say VR4 the subo bo omo and ya dey between IAS and such institutions are wo do ayenim se wo mo na bibi no betuma hwe coordinate collaborate ayama na tumi akoyie no wo mo portion blame signal be na send my
that to tell you say who is make me say the communication between even the institutions now we manage some of our state issues no they are not communicating well because say utie ana asema wa kasisi ai ema ede di face. There was lack of communication, lack of stakeholders engagement, because if there's supposed to be a stakeholder engagement, met you for bebem.
Okay. What the national but by abe the chin so akọ voter region per se dey nimi no bom preko se dey be ya e be wakọ ho ama nasama wakọ kan say wo mo ekọ ahochiri mu no o ma omo shedding papa. I say I'm saddened by your pains Baumia to flood victims.
It's normal. Enya dey hu but it's normal because at least so konoko damage control. Yeah.
Damage control says.
Oh yeah, na say president asemo okoka ho no. As say na be di achi oko noko damage control. Adisi owo krom ha. Ahe noko.
Na paya be di achi.
Yo, adinisi no up north. Hwe krom ha ohu. Yam panyimfo atori bia ohu. Bin the way I will Ghana fofa. Won ejina wiam to abama won. Because say ade to obi ojina wiam to abama obi a sabi oye president eni na bedi echi a won fo bubi ama Ghana fo. Asem ye si o si opese obeye president o Ghana. Nti oridi ni campaign echi. President tu kwan obai no okoi. Uti nsem o kan ho. Nsem o kan no me mpese me repeat because opanyin kasasa. South say opanyin a wo opanyin na asem ato wo ma wo nenanom na wo gina ho kasa nsem we ya na wo opanyin
me fa hima mama gan ajo
obi afo so ni so me kasa
say mampani ye jokes kakra bia
na mi say
na yen secure for
obi no afo so ni so me kasa.
Hey.
Oh yes.
Mama gan kasa to me hu say mampani na jokes no crack.
No kware ni da ho a mo mayen ka no kware no. Opanyin kasasa and the kind of speech papa ni ye no ni posture no e je say asem no kra na mfa no ho.
Hey.
Hwe asem asi to say asem say nipa over 26,000 have been affected with such flood. Now man panyin ukwa ukita wan hin ekunwa.
Nko fa denko.
Immediate atwam president abanyina no say bibi nya sia wanamusunu with walleting boot. They care. They show say wotema ema echitafo. But look, the kind of relaxed posture. And you get people to defend.
Nana okwae no o gina ho no kura microphone. Ono ne nkrofo ne kasa address wo say me mampani munti na maba me so say me adwuma ama o mamu ni nyina ne nti ankokwae no se ne so ye anya do betu ekotena kodro so say o de akwane aba ma na ye nti de onam wiem ohu ye no ana wagina so de akasa nti is it not enough na be de echi so answer
asem asi oyobi a nka na kwantu no kra nko be cut in short
why
o mampanyi because asem si ansa na otukwa hu
okay
what do Ghana for ho a nka vice president nka sani campaign na o so ye na o de ba bedi nipa ne so na wo ho akire won nko betwa so no waba president ko ye okoka ne nsem no efe no so ne ho hare oreba na waba be damage control we na damage control
okay
but look Ghana for ehu ne eko me I don't support the action say we say they should declare state of emergency. I don't. Okay. You know why? The moment they declare state of emergency, money will pass through people's hand and monies will go under people's bed. Because baby as I said what this can approve, they will not send those budgets there.
Okay.
And the state of emergency they I don't support.
Alfred, the SCA Ubeka said, I expose you how weak we are when it comes to national disaster. A son say, ye tip in Pim. After a year, Hunano, they see what done in Potter, we are Hunano, a greater crime, Yahudo be a man for Romo. And me interview back home. A rabbi kwasa mo kana for miracle ho so omo ye nipa be 20 and a one classroom and omo ma ye ma omo emo bag keto na baako and ye ma omo anwa keto baako and ye ma omo sardine baako na so womo no mo nche na bebi omo dampo na mattress wo munya bi omo da fam ne ye se oman no I didn't know what say. Oh, time biano. As yet to me, nya bribi at the bonipsi and to me at the party free moon. Ha. And so, mano, yang action towards their SCA, yang approach towards their SCA, you know. Actually, I say, a cobab manaboroswa, you bet me handle.
Eja, I'm watching.
Major so.
Who I check a crack.
Someone should share me.
This is I'm the lock at one to me by.
There will be before lock on Naso.
Nana.
Before Kagaye Naso.
Asemsia. Yet Nasi. Na ye dream. Na ye plan Mosi, ye be ye. Ye de enkambuma bra ma obia ho atono. Utie nana nsempi ya okana na mebisa me say na everything ana bibi bia na suspicion da ho o suspecti aban moko suspecti me friend say Burkina Faso e kan ho po say omo nheda na omo bi omo dam ne kakra
so a question
na say suspicion questions suspicious question in your question ana your suspicion who suspect abanim po say you say you declare state of emergency just for this so that obi bet me afeska. I mean why as a Messi people as of now one life has been lost. We don't know how many else we can lose or is going to be lost. We are looking for ways and means that you have corrected some of these measures. Then suspicion.
I say so and also those sunu no.
Sana won say wo kasa wo say then ya mom sardine back way back. Ma yen ko mom munyama wo say CRP na yen ka say aban wia so much say or say we spending so much on food and shelter. Everything you do problem wo ho. Aden. What do we want as a people? Then I hwehwe. Yeah, yet to say ma yen dey any tina wa fala there's no qualms obi antihwe mpo wen ho. Everybody or yet to say ma this is a taboo that this is the 11th time be dam no. Do you know what has happened before?
But it do this magnitude say a whole township
because there is something called climate change. Things are changing. Once in Nsioto first no yes and Nsioto says here the last 2 rains by no Mefia Martin over 15 years got flooded. It got flooded. Yenim say basis to the extent say by my bedroom. But things are changing. That is why everybody says they are talking about climate change and how we can address it and how we can sometimes they will come and it's different. Things are changing.
It's climate change Ghana yes we role play in their way.
That is what we also have to embrace. And these are the thoughts say remember BCC disasters will come. This disaster was beyond VRA. They started since November. So November 2022. No, started say simulation exercises. The environs no. Say adeni ye ma sana ye beye we ye ma ha na ye befa. Omo ba Omo decided say hwensi ye mba. Ibemu ye. They told people about evacuation here there. They were opening the dam nkakra just for the water to take its path because omo okwan a nsuo befa.
but edu time bi no mo hu say omo mbie ni ye a omo mbie omo 12 gates omo mbie about 9 of them a nsuo na edu baby edu no ebetumi ebie gate no automatically because nsuo no were force a gate in this year the whole Accra we are gone a gate in this year the whole Accra we are gone. So it might be better to have a little disaster than to have a bigger disaster. You have to choose the less of the two evils.
Sir, some are working, na maybe say we share me back to Soboa via for a day ball Matthew for so anu yom de eba
at the moment there is nothing like blame game as a Messi.
But
we can look at that later. The challenges
we should talk about it.
At the moment, it's of no importance. I
didn't say
Matthew. Weather forecast now. Is that what we need now? How are we going to solve the over 26,000 people since are displaced? Some shelters have been made for about 10,000 of them. What about the 16,000? What about the people who might fall victim to malaria or your friends cholera? Because we shouldn't forget, some fecal houses near there has been washed by the water, so it's all part of the water. These are health hazards. That is not our importance now. It's of no importance now. We will delve into that when we finish crossing this bridge. The most important thing is say taking responsibility. VRA ama 10 million say your friends say flood victims as a start. Let us all look at what we can do to support and make sure say the people who have been displaced at least at least in the barest minimum. That is what we need.
What do you say, sir? I decided there to just conform so meboas and a baby to your bubbles canadian victims. Ghana for between your GDNR regime be at the abois. Per the sea a break COVID by ye Sigana for you one penny for crown credum sikabe boy, former Chief Justice, or no and another penny another transfer nano besides a COVID sicano. What did you do with it? Until we did say, I'm off for being a GDS say. I said, COVID time.
We are going back to a situation that is no situation. Okay, I say COVID nearby, no man penny can be. Or can say lives we cannot bring back. But say banning create campus and spend the economy for things to be correct. And when we finish, we can bring the economy back on track. And you see that gradually we are doing that. Says you lose lives. Ye be a fan say microphone contributing. Those who will do it willingly, omo timapa ana adwempa ana akomapa say ompese omobuano, they will do it. Some will not do it. Some will use so many excuses. Say na we see. Listen, obia even nancy so many issues of people are ebia na ejumem ya ma na eyi na wa afabi na wa ye we. There are so many things that go on. Obi po be catch us obi didi won ejumem ho. Into some people no one man is in 27 fan kono ebi we hit to at war say chale me so e comedy mo me ko ba say me didi. Sometimes it happens, but the magnitude should go to the people, and that is the most important thing. Say yes here because you are sharing who ye better na ye we there we problem and family ho we there on can share one we there okoye politics one, and at the end of it all the people who are suffering will suffer more. I'm glad the Queen Mother has come to talk, and he is rubbishing it. And yes, listen, before Mampeni Kohono, what had gone on? Jifa Komachi Kasai. Or so Mampeni say, on drain Voltarians. And that thing did not happen in only Volta region. It happened in Volta, it happened in Eastern, and it happened in some part of Greater Accra.
So, Obia, those who assume we are kind of simple. I say Abwa say Misume niwa mekai and so be soon obia how no obia soon soon until no soon
obia fear asem
no so soon
the president who doing fear asem
the fear ni there when Ghana
the fear ni Ghana and that is what the president said over there. Or can say oba he na yeah because e bia moto mami anamo nto mami yeah because e bia obi beka say higher NDC zone into na men kasa mo ho. but me ba say ye fa me say Omampeni the father of the nation. It is very necessary.
I didn't.
Na nanka Omampeni ko na office no free press mbra no mbeka sa.
There be say
and now Omampeni nti na the fie no free press conference.
Jifa
she is an honorable member of parliament and she is in charge of her area and she should know better than to do politics with this.
Say there politics in Bia.
One fine here politics.
No,
he debunked what she was saying.
Like
say onu ye Mampeni on ba because he be or on political grounds or ba because he's coming to solve a problem of the nation.
You can't vote now. Whether you voted for me or you didn't vote for
that
me.
Is what
does it mean? Is it politics?
It means that I'm telling you that I did not come here because you voted for me or you did not vote for me.
Vote is about politics, right?
Now, if vote is about politics, then I say na ye can say obi akoye politics. He has to debunk it.
Say no say politics.
He has to debunk it.
But no say politics.
You can't debunk it. Say o cheche asen na obeka enu say ade o kan enu penin kasa sa. Inti mami cheche mu. And yet that is the right forum for him to use. On continue no office, no free press in Maho when we have this disaster. Oko no solve a problem, no catching Crawford, especially the leaders of that place. Say Momote Hanu at least Munim. I've been here several times. Wa bago. One be politics wa. Have you heard of Mampeni ako mepedano ako politics? But this time he had to spell what he had to just spell out and tell the people there. Don't allow people to come and play with your mind because right now you are vulnerable. On this, someone say we are vulnerable. No matter that is somebody who dream diagro.
Therefore,
NDC.
That is fact.
Someone say we are vulnerable. Now, a pack. Why don't you say a pack? I mean, the pack so the angel.
Or can we fear her?
Oh, I said all can social media. Social media don't church or MPP. They are enjoying voter. MPP they do I before so among kasa ho Asante regional we see wo hanka there no some of them are even unprintable they are playing a mischievous role almost per se almost taking advantage of this so that voters will say MPP for among kasa here ho. That is all they want to do. They want to play around it so that next year election year now you use it as election machinery. All they think about is how we can just get power back. They are not thinking about the nation. And that is the sad aspect of Omampeni say spell it out. And we sit here and we play with it and we think that and one no Omampeni there what can onye nipa ni say obe respond and say okay because we are corner disaster they see we can disaster assembly we on corner office no free journalist embra ho no onye omuntina no kan job say the ajifa kan wo ho no de enye why no be that's the ground that is okasa wo. And people should understand where he's coming from.
Let me can say me say assembly wo dia sefata say worker ebia assembly se chamia no assembly so say nanankasa no ebi nso say ahenkwa no nti say jifa gomashi assuming that admitting say wakoye politics e wo home pa so anka yenya nitipensu ni bi onu sem na se badwani emfa no ye ne ma since Mampeni ankasankasa and now said I can go the bank the okan no
Mamenkai will be this is not the first time the fire sir. This is not the first time. The first disaster you see of water, do you remember what the things she said?
Okay,
unprintable things.
Na side disaster Mampeni ko
na wan ko
he
didn't go immediately. But when sometimes you forget certain things or Mampeni no wo ho no. He hasn't got his own will say, and BBS and now sorry no cool. National security has to go to the place first. Do their necessary work before they will tell you. Or Mampeni or driving poor for baby, the cars in front of him, the security cars in front of him. But to make catch and say, and then the baby I do men fire. They go ahead of time and check all these things.
How long does it take for us to do this? Say
whether it takes a day or two. And that is the main reason why the vice was told to hold on.
Not security yet good.
They told him to hold on. They were doing further things. They have to put certain things in place. And some will further checks.
Joe Biden caused truck drivers caused a demonstration and saying, US. Joe Biden on the office.
You want us to use US?
Oh, Debbie.
I can give you as many as I can.
Now me can't say me.
What percent you use US example? I may use CP.
See, my same bisan. Bisa we are better masi. Now we can security asem. And I make say. Joe Biden and check. Yeah, it's a acrophobia now almost call car manufacturing.
Yeah.
IB. And see, almost all cars almost like a TSA. Until also a come on. And no, let me be say, how long does it take for us to organize ourselves in such a manner and as a way? Say the Okasa vice, Chronomic say one train over a week and son on like I say, Brand organ.
Over a week, exaggerated at the end.
Like assume say some days, 3 days, 4 days.
It started getting to the end of the previous week. Getting to the end of the previous week. So why are we doing
it's almost a week. It's almost a week. If you get into the
almost tempo in chess,
it's a week.
And I'm telling you, say people have to go there and do the need assessment and things before you move.
International security in good war.
National and the president, the vice, they do not move by heart.
Okay.
That is why you have a regional minister, you have the national security, you have the BNI.
Okay.
They have to do their work before they tell you, President, move. President, you can go to this place, you can't go to this place. President will also insist that, oh, Moshe, how we can go around and go to this particular place because a had a person make all these come into play.
Okay.
And it's nothing as if yet to say my president out of his own or person there. Listen, when you come under presidency and they know, go and check with any president. They have to always direct you on things that are to be done and at the time that it should be done. Anything that president or catch you say, my person member of function 9 o'clock. What you catch a president? The man say, for you to come now. People are not ready. Because the president can't come and sit down and wait for you. All these things are ACC. But it comes back to the point. Damn no, yesterday
okay.
They were opening it in bits and pieces. It do stage instead of 276 feet, it do the maximum it went as much as 276.92 feet. And they had to open about 9 gates for the water to flow more. Baby, simulation exercise it went beyond there. So now it becomes a bigger problem than they even envisaged. Because they say baby, otherwise if the gates get opened automatically,
Assemble. Okay.
What do we do to prevent that? Okay. Now let us open it 9 more to make sure say more beko send the gates my gates now pie. Now no ABA, and you can see the disaster that went on. Obi fear to lintel level, obi there or cover the roof near the It is painful. Okay. It is a disaster. It is bibia ehayena. So let us stop this politics, sir. Da you play with Nyama and focus on what you have to do and know that next time, whilst I believe say the committee I have formed, that part of their recommendation they will show the way forward for such things not to happen to us.
Okay, me that's it. Kabori.
Aja.
The SCA, yɛhwɛ yɛn ho boampo ne yɛn ho keka wɔ bere asɛm no baayɛ yɛhwɛ sɛ city na ebi sɛ sɛ ɔman no the SCA no den na kyerɛ yɛn sɛ so esa kakɔba bumu na kakɔ kɛseɛ paa anka yɛbɛtu yɛn ho bibi
medase bebre ma yɛ mmom ɔbaso no pai na yɛn fast da PCA ma wone wapamfo nyina ma mefa kwanya na tiefo ne ahwefo magye bre ni adagye na won hwe anopai nti asonko nkomma kane mampani John Brumani Mahama sremu se jata wanamru nkumu ba ne maye tosumi no obesane oman afre no mpokyirem asante mantem ne efre eno nti mamemfa nchi asonko nkomma asante mantem fo nyina titiru chini amanyokomba mikro mu se kira from plains for me chia oman anopai me constituency chairman Abubakar Isaka ohwe anopai me chia no Dr. Bismarck Penipa or that top care hospital and also Tremichana no pay. Aja Didikai or Mampenisa as a more bay or ye nurse me and Fanyama yourself. Na me be Simon who said Nady or Mampeni were done a sebe no hundred bruni be or no one quite tifik or Hunsua. Na wasabi Janana fu besides a DNSC. And they all evidence available, which they say. He who is preaching virtue no na a practice of vice. Upu be our day the SC a war voter and aframantem a yaman yosemwa a ye omanpenina na do dankwa akufado. Na me pese me forward kwenye so. Na media disredia to ne handless. One wo mutu owura akufado for say omuma futu ntim papa no. Sanse na Akufo-Addo wo buga na te se de sebi openi bi akurasi bi dikuro ebu no kuro oman no mu mra onfa nya adwuma enu nti de e wo se wo ye no na ni apafri so na wo ye ni pemu de wo hwe ye mra kunini 1992 constitutional you see the sovereignty to me a ewo Ghana mu no ekura Ghana mu nipa ewo mu that to me no na ya Ghana for ya pone bi e de ma ku bi a ye frɛ no aban ti aban no be ye bibia o ye no on our behalf now here article 57 the executive and not the kwan o mampani e be o mampani na sudi a sa nipa kro be mampani e wo so wo yo e bi ne say obehwe say the safety and welfare of Ghana ni bia no e na sudi oko 2 no a 57:2 or say sansem we nyina o mampani before so be mampani no okomra hye bedwam eko kantam din se obroni frɛ no swearing and subscribing to the oath of allegiance and the presidential oath. Sa abrebiano or the constitution mrakuni no mumra de beyadwuma. Na wunni mumra senka wonto mrawo. O mampani a wunnim say was sudie say obia welfare ni safety wo dadwene wa deswa eno na wo say wo hwe na wo ye. Na ene wo yi na to sa kuro no nipa ni bia. Okwa you had only one business. Delivering on your mandate. It is not the job of a Akufo-Addo. So Obeko ho akwa lecture on who vote for which political party and who vote for other political parties. The oye no in clear breach of the presidential oath or swear. Yes, because constitution doesn't see him as an electoral person and as an electoral element. Constitution who is what mampani nti okọ ho no na nya ne party na asoma no constitution a yagina so de yi no se mampani no sa constitution mu tumi ne de asoma no ho nti he has no business talking about party and elections na adwuma no say okọ ensure and okọ fulfill the article 57 na the executive na so dia wo se wo ye by ensuring or overseeing the safety and welfare of all citizens. My pay for any all the affected communities can. But then you see politics as usual. I think it's about time one. Say them dika kan you know. Ye man for to no. Because na Akufo-Addo say the people of the voter region there were to the nearest one so far. When you say
ebinomo ka say
yes, me too mra da machire si. Na no yada flower hine ka say e blog we see hai. I'm afraid ya be ban fa so asem na o ka kire no. Wase papa no woni sika ono anfa nkwa ye. Na o mampani anke ya to aba ma o ye ni woni etua to ma o ye ntua to ma fla wo hine. That was one of the most reckless comment to come from any head of state. Na nano dia ba ikura de ya dutwam. Ene voter region minimum egu no ya adwen. Say udru voter region they have been hit by 3 major disasters. The wave, the spillage, the flood, and the reckless comment of President Akufo-Addo. They were here, no. So you will be a one who no fed here. And was in his closest, in his quiet time, Onyen who were remorseful for what he said.
That's more kind of Mamaga, aye, mefe, Mamaga, aye, ajo saklodia to the chim. Your friend is a mampeni no or bonds and qua, where jokes, no mampeni joke ye. And I answer for your fana. The idea to know who the town fool. And see, my men so my about him and no say a grandana. The idea to the near war more when him the town fool. My men in the near to track and some. The man for dear pinisi. All God can say is serious no chinanko, papa jiga, when him show boy. Ujiga, Kakra was here, the Koyan Fanko. Timamene was at least on your bibika, but in any case, and common penny disaster see. Close to 23,000 of your citizens have been displaced. And Kahoni Ekwayem Pasre, a comedy show. So clearly, he meant business. Omampeni Akufo-Addo mini business. Bisa who say, since a flood is here, ebesi ne. Even after so visit here, the government, the central government, we vary as an institution. Almost feel say, yomo anamutu bi na course where yom the 10 million bar. Finance minister, how much has he released? But Vice Corps, how much has they released? But flooding, AC was Sierra Leone, AC Monday. Ya wada how much in about me a declare load near my worth of $1 million they come Sierra Leone for. Tip my pay for the more money being. That's what do you say? Who na near be? Ti won't know the Bible and say do no ko sele wo ho.
Eti ba me adosere leon for thing me pay for, is that the principle, is that the analogy? Look, my justify the injustifiable. So the my no eye odon will be aye na adwen say ahade say maburo no nye yenti but last that kura me mfa bi nkotu ngu ase e no mabu omani agu ase enu ntina na danto me ne kanima mpani jondomani mahama me ne Pentecostal church me ne apostolic church ba ya adwen say omo nyo ma adwen say omo the support to be call, and people are bereaved, people are in grave pain. It declaring a state of emergency na boakra international communities be the support ba. What do we need to grofo we so a nipa be wuwu. Omo pay any attention to it. Enu ti me de yen declare yen kanima mpani adwe yen declare na nam so ma at least said ye na na komia so kan no foreign donors kura ne ade. Afa be meboa omo di kura mpropro wa se ne betimi di akosi save nkwa ne ade. Ajakwamna I feel say in this country, especially under this government, a more reactive way of tackling issues than proactive way. What do you say? The SCA said now Honorable Tom Senka. You be done with several times. In 1968, the SCA almost the same thing the SCA. Every one I bring your foot to be say, one, make your phone more timely record any nkaibo, and VRA can never say because there are documents available actually say starting from February and na make your phone starting bo VRA for kokobo say mun show na ka ade ne ye say mo be no kakran ka na nuru ba bi aduru. Secondly, 2010 it was similar issue, but because abaya what so no proactive no reactive inti. The lower basin of the Volta River, no my major dredging at the Sultan. And the holding capacity, Kurano, I was so. And then 7 years down the line, you near the Sultan that holding capacity drastically have been reduced. And in Swa, because here the anchor bagugum na adelitimi hold na efa channel no mukoba bi was ekono. And now the cap bagugum na bua faso esenema. These are all a niema nanke was a yehweni. And where the main fans were buying Ghanaians in general, or past and future governments say it's about time where you thinking outside the box. Near a potential resettlement, especially for the most hate communities are on the spillage friends release on the waste. Because mining companies crowd mere private entities so a major ABR pit development bi wa ha na on feel say e wa abeka for home beka Texan for home beka they do resettlement na mining company to me resettlement aban the intimi nya resettlement
e binu ka say for mom rasa agreme o no mo ya adwen
and ho kra na make no but before me dru ho no resettlement no sika bebre ho a oman out of enema boni hihye boni kuntu ase kwan ka na sichi 419 wagadri sumasi dwadie bi ti ya hwere sika bi a ensisi ya hwere. You remember PDS fraudulent scandal? Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Keno Foreta na media director. Ade na ye condition precedent kwa no ma ye condition subsequent. Eno ma America buy under Donald Trump bufuye. Ema compare to ni shadow 3 ake was ye $190 million no. America buy ye so on famba bim. PDS for lied we omjiji do kroma for close to 4 months. 200 million and over. Obi amu nkonta nkyere. See was asika nyina, I believe we can do proper resettlement. Ebe boama de esi yen ensi bim. But dey na see and then nyina go waste because katasheshe project kankan adokoro aban se nokoboa ama ade e wo se yemfa so de bre no na aba dane oyedi abedane sebe duabo ewe so. Mene we ya adwen ni obi a wo ka bi se sebe ye hwe ma ba na ho makrama nka nipa. Nipa omiye most affected. You can say that Honsu project omiye. Yeah, spillage. It has spanned through about 9 different districts. That Honsu project Nipa what district about 9 You get it? And then also we adopted new strategies, but the deed has been done already. And then the most affected will be a when you busu any obi to akọ nche one cry. Ana konkon so ba bi ni ade no. Segle mesi ho a epro. And yes, net near the Buffin from Chile idea 1,502 housing units. You bet many baby the Nipako, I'm at least almost many baby do mutato. Na near Muhin High no Masako Munchikurano or Masako, or me a Ghana for let's give them all the needed support. Corporate body will be ya sebe the waka na pay be solution so said them the to COVID fund more anko baby and mama ham ho fan kotum wo mattress wo magi keep wo wayira for good trailer mu wa to ho meet community leaders, assembly members, let them feel the direct benefit of generosity now. Now they go for a so near their campaign, near their go office. Then Nipano Muhian and Monsan Canada. I just said, I said, Serbia, so Serbia, who comes to a book and team, and Yadia Bayama. Medase,
Cabor Medase, you're back on some for so now. At some back one, Mamma, your bassa kind of you so now what the time now, you know. Yansha, Galam say some semi. I come here say, Media Mecca say me who say, or couldn't to me. A sense upon all the measures are you put in place say between the aquatia at the end. You hunity, and so say, you quiet say. Dr. Cabral from Paul Barton, some of the COI report of the COI. Attorney General said, Kai and Kui and Tino, one fine year Juma or Burgo. And this is why press conference said, say, we say, Obinian Shimu and Mwao. That's all the reports in a bank. I said, police for it, one for so fair chili. Now, almost just sign you be more evidence. Say, I see me not being a share. Galam say to a chirana. And then Ghana Bar Association for the Nkrata Babonti. Na we share chronic anymore. Stop defending suspected corrupt officials. Ghana Bar Association for Nekasa Semwe. We share Ghanaian Times. I'll say arrest, prosecute powers behind Galamsey. Ghana Bar Association appeals to government. Owura Alfred Thompson. Mona mo abemu. 2 minutes nyinara mo na ekuramo bambon hye nyina soldier for police for NIB for just say wo bibiara 2 minutes mo na ehye mo nsa bepem nne ye tumi chi nipa bako pempo say penin wei ehye dwumadie na ekoso na chi enti enkwara na etu ene ye tumi nkokire omo yi ene mpefo na etu de ene sanka ye tumi nya ho hwe what is going on 5 minutes 7 minutes wada Roma
that's it me touch on two things Mania Ketua Kabori Okasawo. Baku ye president not all respond to the e-block issue. Time our president he responded. He responded on the timelines of the e-block. Because Togbe Kasan Okase 1 month 2 weeks. So when we read e-blocks now, mom see us on mobile. No say now 2 weeks then I just say why who was car with the baby because in government or on the plans. Yen sorry keke nga say oh me wie by this time na me wie I say we make sure say scanning ade wo time no do say omo beye we a on beye nti to be si abotre so you can't yes
okay so si abotre
so at the end of it what did he say he said you should take it easy
or say ono no be ma minister no ultimatum ana
yes because of the 2 weeks
yen fa say among for demonstration bebre it be ye kwan ye enye ye ma ban na wotwe mienu ye ma ba boso mienu ye ma ma boso miensa so wo ma ye kwan ye ma ye
so interject wo me
oh no problem more time good some common ye dey obi am be mu kakra ayi
because I'm speaking for NPP and on behalf of the government into what they call
maybe so say we ano so
na year no
pepe amount for demonstration and ye ma ba 1 month ye ma ba 2 months ye ma ba 3 months eye wom eneka sa ba ne be fa sa won fa no normally normal ade a nipa ye enti sa papa dia o kan ye is it different from Sankrofon so de omokan no
presenter or studio na presenter kan asem say papa ne say 1 month 2 weeks say be wie dan na wo say e-block a wo say no say went to me and be wie a ensi ho say wo be ye e-block na wo be ye bibia amomo no say na say ono no be ma minister ultimatum o ma ni scan so kan ho because scan e dey ye abai wo ne plans in hihye ya o de ato ho so be ye we but at the end of it no edu time on be ya ana on be wi ama no no dey yes say ni ade nyina na almost say was studio ho inti ade a wo ka no I don't know the left or the right unkonform ko demonstration omo ma aban this thing na when aban is respond I got you say the road will be done the 2 weeks and now 1 month and now 1 year what they am aban say on be road we say obia we gonna say ye the road immediately can aban afford it Aban bet to me afford it. So you don't give ultimatum, you tell them your problems. Aban will look for funding and also the time to make sure say nyama de dahoye on the Baumia issue.
You don't give ultimatum.
Say, you don't give him the he say 1 year within 2 weeks, 1 year within 2 weeks, 1 year within 1 month.
One more.
Catch and say this is your problem. My problem nini, but yama me because me.
After some say when say even opposite parties out on okra mo ho a mutumi ma e bia sector ministry bi our minister bi or governor appointee bi say ade we oye enye. I quite remember governor of Bank of Ghana, former governor of Bank of Ghana make or resign no Wampa edu baby you can say minister we ye man na say onto na mo we anya saa aseme say man na say onto na mo we anya saa me ba me say edu baby ya itumi bibi saa itumi ba say parties how do ni nyina tumi wada ultimatum. Is it wrong?
What I'm saying and what you are not getting is say you can give your ultimatum. The onus is on the government and the funding they get to perform. Ubema 1 day, met me call demonstration, I say me got 3-day demonstration. Me my government 1 day to come and respond to my demonstration. No, it's the onus is on the person you are giving it to come and respond. So obey you say 1 day, so obey you say 1 week. Why can we there? Now of course you don't know the question. Now okay say now 2 weeks there. Then a woman minister 2 weeks say on fanko sit down. It comes with funding. Coming fast forwarding to Baumia issue, or say Baumia then or ye of a plane or ye a man or they call your friend saying Sierra Leone so call relief items. Sierra Leone flood in a buy and say wunima over 400 ne. And the government found it fit say they are going to support them. And your Ora Baumia in the finding the fit say okoye is the government of the Republic of Ghana. Aye who say Sierra Leone ye nianum enti yen bomu. They found it fit say yanko bomu because it got for 400 they woo and more were dying. Inti eduane kakra say banchi kakra plantain kakra ni ade omo de ko eni na ha no. Onu eduane ni other items aye de ko eni na ha no. Tell my government impo can say oh people should support Sierra Leone. Na City FM ebie my friend saying donation my friend saying fund for Sierra Leone. It is City FM so my mistake. So mo be here. Let us stop this class 1 going back and forth politics no. What to say all kasa no say then government dey omun kasa votarians so. That is their modus operandi. Da omo bi o ma no. First the moment say na government in kasa votarians so because they want to cause disaffection for them. But omo nye bie omo onyansa omo fie nyansa omo tiase what we are doing for them. And that is why they have supported. We madani buy no can say Bernardo buy no oba on the Republic of Ghana, one buy on his own accord, one buy on behalf of MPP, or buy so buy here. And the message is the most important. And who here omuko munu, and now makum says yan ne omu, and no na expect to say mu NDC fo. Mu be fat na mu dia yejuma. Not that sitting there and saying that oh in your friend saying nyama your friend say President Koka any ehun keka hono eye enu na ehiamu. That is your only concern, to destroy and denigrate this. Coming to the your friends saying Galamsey issue no. Nanado from day one or started Galamsey no ordinary presidency post two on the line. Meboa. And so edu 2020 elections yenyanom senior members of the opposition group omo ko ho ye chichi nkrofo ye stop omo ne ade omo ko gina ho kan say o Galamsey de mo ye bampo amonto ma ye ba ye be release mu nuanom pa ya chichi omo no. Senior members, when we were trying to curb this Galamsey no, they were trying to make politics out of it. Like I said, bibia mbenye bia omo de ye politics. The slightest insumpo mbenya no ombeka cho say insu e wo ho no ya ye ne red white and blue MPP insu into men no who play na de nyina ombeka cho say MPP insu because who no ma ebe choke
omo tumi ama power omo kan omo tumi ama
but you know the damage they caused
wo dem
share all the Galamsey prone areas. What happened to our candidate over there? What happened to our candidate over there? All the Galamsey, even Mami Weho, my friend is saying, Mrs. Mary Finidi, former, she was, I think, the former gender or saying, Barbara Otinjesi. Lovely woman, very nice personality. No one pony now will say
Because was not part of
Otinjesi.
Otinjesi. Oh, okay.
Otinjesi was next to Takwa.
Oh, okay. Barbara, sorry.
Barbara Otinjesi. She's also Barbara.
Okay.
All those places we lost because of their dubious and malicious way of doing politics.
Auntie, as someone now, sir, so NDC penny ni kaya no, enuntina enkrofo no ejina so de to abeti amono. Ana say
na ye banner be catch you say nsuo red, white and blue. Red, white and blue. Wonu ma be choke o. After some time, men call share wa adwum say no correct. Didn't their minister for information call journalists and tell them in the office say mun say red, amun ka say blue. Now, Moka Ghanaians be JD. Omanka. When they continuously went to those places. And we have videos of it. Like I said, we video. Video no da. What's the idea? We video no da. Video a omoko destroy MPP or NDC penny for no.
But so company ko be a video me videos bebre.
Oh, back kweku ban wo. Ya wo han ene aka make a che no. So oka hu be. He knows what I'm talking about. Okay. Only former friends, chairman or the CEO of Minerals Coin.
Tony Obin.
Omko gina ho mo ye catch and say we mpo na no ye in charge obema mo license na mo aye juma.
Nti enu na galamse ntumi anko no.
Na ni nyina aka ho. Don't you know they are part and parcels of when we are fighting a nationalistic approach. Now we hear the political you think people can fight it well?
O ka se man pani na do ko bo ase e ko kan galamse hu nsembi. Say a man for Castle Bar or Begu or Majuma. Nanya
Barbara Pristia Huni
Valley. A Yadia etisa, or Mambi will be a Juma, or Mambi will be a Juma. Is that one too not politics?
When he said on Begu Obi Jumano,
about talking about
the Galamsey, or catch him say, we are not coming to destroy your work. We'll find alternative ways.
And that is.
Yet, I want to say, the alternative livelihood empowerment program at all.
I mean, we share on your
want to say, so what aren't we doing right? In your oh, yeah. And he's brought alternative livelihood programs.
And we share in your estimation as a Ghanaian. We share, said ye, you and ye quiet, a sit here from 2016, 2017 up to date. Who say you improve say quiet no
the fight is still on
you improve and I say
the fight for Galamsey is still on
and are we improving
till we see it not as a political fight but as a nationalistic fight. And when our brothers start to see, say, adia ye kono, yen fa politics into unchain. Na yen kono as coming together.
See, my abana chwana mahudo bebre. Operation Vanguard, Operation Hot. Ye koto drones. Ye ko ma ye de.
It tells you. I'm glad one awoke because now it's telling you say Abai has consistently been fighting and this Galamsey thing.
Consistently fighting. Fighting. Okun so din kunim.
Na fight na continuously still a grower. Na we stop it or certain places. You are managing it. You are managing, and you see, when you say Galamsey, there are two types of mining: the licensed mining and the unlicensed. The unlicensed is Galamsey, you know. So when people are doing licensed mining now, it is not as if they are doing Galamsey.
They will be uncasao.
Oh, but people they mix everything.
Ghana Association everything. But Ghana Association for some more moking. Say
now one of the innovative things
powers behind
one of the innovative things our government ASC here they say when they register you machine na instead of putting mercury say they've given you the machine and na detect so you don't need to put all those chemicals there. Now machine register machine now. They give you time to pay over a period of time. Into yes no won't say one, won't say soil no, won't say nsuo no, won't say eduaneni ade ananka later on be planted wo ho a beye. These are innovative ways of making sure that you are fighting not only the Galamsey but the menace of destroying the water bodies, the menace of destroying the soil, the menace of destroying the good area, and also to stop those deformities or babies ni other things.
Ghana bar situation enye ku kitwa. But what see word omu yusu ye na or say arrest, prosecute, powers behind Galamsey. Meaning said there are some powers etitrophobi esha Galamsey ne to echi. And na me kan say o mani to me nyina hye monsa. All bibia mu here bia to investigate, arrest, prosecute nyina hye ban nsa. Until as we speak no yentumi hu nipa ba ko pe a or what to me be or share sa Galamsey for echi ntia almost say yeso ne ekwa yi.
Say nipa ba ko. Several people na here in a government no. Definitely they've arrested some people. Make sure on both time I arrest even before 2020 no. These were the things I NDC for Kojina Hokai. Say munya no na ya chi o muna ya arrest o muna nyina ya ba ye be release o mo. We know things that have gone on. We heard some of these messages that have gone on. Ye nyimpenifo ya chi o mo. Ye ni omo mpo ya ye exchanges ni ade to say Aisha one me ade nyina. They had to do some
Aisha one ya chi no so still na ekoso gidigidi pa o.
They had to do some negotiations. They had to put certain things in place. Because at the end of it all, no, it's not just arresting. Well, you have to let laws work. We have to let laws work. Now, there are certain grounds where I will make sure say when in a court, no, at the end of it all, no, we be doing kunim. Okay. Because the government court every time, no coding kugu or coding kugu. People will not even have belief in the government. Omega say, oh, in a government, na dia omo yenempo, omo yene keke. That is why the Attorney General says, I don't just get up and, obi acho bibi aba internet say, my teaching for the onus is on the person to first even bring the information or the necessary when I want it.
It is only to me a farmer.
When I want it. Because police are frail. Or say, we can A, B, C, D. You hear, way, me to me farmer. Police need to match you.
Enti, you war, a baby or your war. Evidence actually say yen soon say ye kwaye essay. You say no same kwara starting your deformities. And man kwadan so edit them.
Omunya deformities in the previous. They have been corrected all these things because that's why I told you that they brought in that machine.
Omunya deformities no.
Oh, because of the chemicals.
And that make us say kwadan deformities.
No, make us say deformities na yen na start. But I'm telling you say we are putting
deformities and nam Galamsey so de ba na America.
Eja, you are confusing issues.
No, I'm not confusing issues.
Now they've brought in machines.
Machines are some chemicals. But the chemicals in the system already. Chemicals in the system no dada. And I maybe say you share say the name city. Obi abeka say menhunu say obi akobu obi window. I send them nyama nyina. Okwa na yampa ya bu onipa ni window. Ya send them nyama nyina. One year a year jumaku a year hwehwemu fa niam ho no want to be more investigation and sometimes to be nipa baako you say ye more investigation ye bia kan we be wiase na akɔkye nipa enum nsia nson e bia nipa baako pedi na ye boye enti say ye ka say bepim nne ye nche single prominent personality be baka say asemasi ye hunu say wo hyade we ye chi enti achi we kokotwe waso eno na Ghana Bar Association for say powers behind Galamsey
23rd Friday 23rd October
powers no
Friday 23rd October 2023 and this is what it says. The flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, John Mahama, has served notice he will pardon 2020 sorry. He will pardon all Galamsey operators who have been imprisoned under Nanado government if he returns to power.
Okay.
Speaking at Edum Banso of the Mpoho constituency in the western region to kickstart his 4-day campaign in that region. So as a senior government official, as a statesman,
one say, one wakana so wama. So can I say but do
you know the impact it has on the people?
That means and maybe say say me back to my question.
It tells you say I don't catch up say oh nanado na nitimi e dey oba say mo galamsey me wouldn't say galamsey no say nyama they are stopping the people they are looking for alternatives for them.
Alfred say nanado na nitimi odin na obi nso de ne suban bi say yeso ne ekwa na nanado de etimodin e bre say nipa na sia say etimodin we say yakopon kora bebo ne nsema nanado adameboa. But the people who are benefiting from it and their families, what are they going to say? Because of what they will say, and I make a choice say in all the Galamsey sites, apart from Takwa, apart from you see, you mix, and that's why I keep on telling you that you are either strategically or unstrategically, you are mixing things. May catch us say in all the Galamsey sites and places or constituencies, apart from Takwa, we lost all of them. Now, what we've put in place, they say, is not just about fighting and stopping it, but how to turn it around for them. Say you register why you better register. Now you are more gadgets now. So these are alternatives we are putting in place. And I'm glad the person may catch us say. I'm glad the work can say we are fighting it. We saw Operation Galam Stop, Operation that. Just say we are not sleeping on it. We are fighting it. Ghana Bar Association. Say RTO. Enyam na make Ghana Bar Association account. Or president no ya ebuafo or say arrest na just say see achi nipa bi we say achi omo prosecute say nipa bi we achi omo say achi omo so powers to me bia e say galamsey na chi enti there are some powers behind the galamsey say tumchi sankrofo ni prosecute omo who are those people?
I agree with you totally. Say obi aba wa be ka chem say na aba be ka chem say wo eja wo na wo she galamsey aye tu wo ha na echi e ho na ma be chew.
Oh na so be hwehwe mu.
Thank you. And no American won't say. You don't just get up and arrest. So that is what you are saying. Because of my candidate, you are arrested.
Also, now I want to make the question. I say, or say arrest, prosecute the powers. Meaning say Ghana Bar Association for when said there's powers behind the Galamsey. What about the government?
Everybody knows there are some powers.
So we don't know them
because boys now go to know.
Everybody knows.
We be question my answer.
Everybody
knows they shall find the machines and things that they use. They cannot purchase it. Into one and they purchasing machines no more.
Okay.
And those are the things that sometimes and so when we go to that site Operation Galam Stop near the end, they seize the machines or they take the board from the machines no. Every time people don't machine machines no. Because what the machine could see baby, I bet you know now if you be a coffee now you see what you see what they don't want that to happen. And I bet you say hey na or find no their money you be no you say yes so we had to fight that. I say wouldn't me they nationalistic, me political.
Nationalistic and if you are quite the HO be I make work the last 2 weeks me could try the bere mu me am the phone try. Me say me go try ni pa ko no she try pictures of river. Yes and you me try pictures beba the Tom Alfred do want to tell me say obi adwuma obi gina ho na ya make sure na me da come obi adwuma beba obi adwuma everybody is responsible for that. Yes me dey mako hu no and me try na me dey abekere enti the annus now lies on me you na me federal presidency and that's one fan way.
Now haven't you got officers that are working on this? Who they come out office now? Except I can say we chair we abeche what TV say we chair we one fan go chair what police one fan go report what police.
Okay nyina. Mami mo se mo be du na so mentie wanu ye.
Na fi bebre nyakopo sha. Baby I must start here free asemo na Mr. Alfred person was justified with regards to Nanado's comment, we free Ashanti region. Complete works on abandoned Kwabre rules in within 1 month. Kwabre for. Mentisa Nanado among 1 year. Did he ask you a question? Heme for a man 10 days ultimatum in Eastern region. Mentisa among 1 year.
Did he ask
so why is it that Abrebia a year about the voter region and the people of the voter? President wore a very disrespectful way of replying to chiefs and people of the voter region. Way, obi and who be to justify. Ye were foot to be there. Ye fa moment penny and just say justify. Ora Alfred said, "Baumia the near man on behalf of the government of Ghana." mene ne yadwe which ono ne Nana Akufo-Addo ne lead na 2017 aja kwamna wonim de ntikura na ne ma ne nyaye because now an immediate past administration has left a robust national disaster organization body na omo ejina omo naso NADMO was readily able to give items to the government to go and support Sierra Leone for and then kase Baumia Konta Abu Ramadan and Nkrofo at NADMO. I've run NADMO down. I'm buying some for support on Quinty. Say, on behalf of the people of Ghana, no they support Koma Sierra Leone for or co-voter region on behalf of the government of Ghana. The end of the Koma. This is what we are talking about, and he should remember and know. Say, mandate in our constitution into a friend vice president and a friend back president. No, and yes, Sierra Leone for constitution at the man. A Ghana for constitution. And in the mandate and the responsibility start with the people of Ghana. The more be better now, me say, yan friend ma meto nyum friend abamum penfo kom ko boa Sierra Leone. When in our own backyard, we are finding it difficult to breathe because there is a certain we nebia yen penny for aboye mfita duku. Enti sa ansem no de mesre ne say ma o me justify wa hano. Aja kwabna o se kanima mpani John Dramani Mahama say oba ban mu a nipa a wo ye galamsey ebe yi o mo frɛ fiase. John Dramani Mahama announced the NDC will not run away from that comment. We will stand by that comment at all times. Sa comment no. Sa comment no. Entre si ekwe yi obi afri afiase amana kwa galamsey. Sa comment no is a comment in the spirit of providing a uniform platform. Aja kwabnati 21 minus jail 340 years in Takwa. Nanu ya 21 minus ye ka omu nyina jail term 340 years that be no metwawie. 187 persons jailed in Eastern region over illegal mining since 2017. Godfrey Dame Obaha 3 illegal miners jailed 5 years in Eastern region. Obaha 11 jail over illegal mining in Atiwa Forest. Obaha Bekwakwa sentenced people for illegal miners. These are countless cases. Ya jail Ghana mabuno. But it will surprise you to know, say, Mabuno were now they were operating excavators and concession, illegal concession belonging to government officials, belonging to party leaders. Ghana Mabuno bene wesika okoto excavator. Do you know the price of an excavator? Do you know the price of one excavator? Tia branti enu a wonu wo free odaho anaso wo free manso abore no. O sika wo de koto excavator ngugutwe excavator of forest. So these were the excavators ya. Ye chi sa mrantie no anu no omu preti ye gi free omu sam ne de sa mrantie na kogu afiase. And the owners of the excavators are walking the street freely. Okoka sense okoton wa no manti Godfrey Dame say just like the Papa Akufo-Addo corruption shielding galore was shielding amount for it there is no evidence. Maybe that me feel say Godfrey Dame that me feel say initially that me feel say sebe born one man who more than woman nim ho sem because akwaya no want to say local champion krom ha dia asemi e ba e bia obetima di nkunim but ye hunu international case ba ko wetima di nkunim e kire se Efie ntuma ne de adura no ho ofia bonte is as empty as anything. I thought he was only empty. I never knew say Godfrey Dame is another corrupt shielding guy. Ono leadi aban lawyer Penia aban invested so much into fighting a certain menace. Na sa lawyer Penina nya kwanya say wo mo hyasie because Penina say dua nya we be wo no aja kwabna ye ntwaso yetu ase. Na we aban lawyer Penia obepe the remote cause no who shield the owners of these illegal activities and na mbobro wa ko mko petaku ni sempu abedie no omo de yageli omo na president ya ono no ode clear conscience ya adwuma president of believing in all inclusive society president ya ogidi say Ghana ha nobody is about the law onyakwanya so okasa on kan kire so beto akoso amambro wa na the prison na excavator wura de nam kwa ho no and ye you obunyira mbra na ye set a uniform platform we your hinio we are sofo, we are manonio, we are kuromanio, we are marado do I den. I do.
What's here? Utie union for Gofredamia. Or say Professor Kwabra from Paul Boate report now, or de bre won no as Attorney General no. Wo shame no. And said then nina so bia. Ayen na so betu agina so e de akokot.
Professor from Paul.
Entino so obobi din wo mu nanka e bia. Anase mfa ne say dipedi nipa obo mu din wo mu no. Or the evidence bi ta chire. A evidence ano odin. A obetu agina so de ebu o maten. E na wan fa nko or de koye na Attorney General fa nya adwuma. Anase odidi ne kwa na mu no enyina so ne hye da nyina so bi Attorney General betu da adwuma nti no kasa.
Professor from Bob what document no enye kukua mu ade a public document. Said your girlfriend anya bi no sa na make abore meti amanya bi. Sa na Ghana fo mo hwe ya no pe mo so anya bi. Government who Professor from Bob what document no mo report no. Say owura bi your friend Donald Etua on a company be from Heritage Imperial Limited. Heritage Imperial Limited ye man license your friend prospecting. Ono sa license no betimi dia akwohwehwe say aha e bia UTV as ya gold bi wa ha na gold ni ha. That is the purpose and that is the only thing betimi this license na ye. Enso ye wi ase na ade ye prospecting license no abrante no ana wo wura no ne sa company no e de illegal mining in the Krobo Aprama forest in the Amansia district. Wa wunua kuma eraso asaredon ko ni multimedia ko ye car 20 somewhere 2018 there about tax force kwachi about 30 excavators. Even at the time Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources be level sa company as acting illegally. Professor from Bombwati Gofredame this information any the doorstep. Na sebio wa ye say ya ma krata ubetimi dia ko driving school na ye the driving car ba kwa ma say na the faculty test drive faculty road ye be to kwan so a na ogina cycle ni opla elodo techima yi we the counterfeit kotowi ade no ayemfa ye prospect yemfa ntu agudie we di tu agudie kura ye bone wo bu sambra no so kura san de san kwa ye illegal mining and also san ye bone so wa committee 2 crimes Professor Gofredame so won hunu ye e wo report no mu ana the tosu mienu stolen excavators na make catch us say mabunu no ya jeli o mama so obeyi o mo no na ye obi excavators no ta no pedi a me settlement ma me 500 million and 550 million me de be kwa ko hunu jojo for no security coordinator no ni ekowusi a no ka interministerial committee no ho akokasa na omuji a na omusobu ani ya ju excavator bro and through that means they release so many people's excavators to them. Na excavator no ayakwachi because edibon ya fusem
settlement so ni mekawuzi
ni 2019 report statement okotwere police station captures it. And that statement so you see the country we live in police station ko okotwere statement police station
no trace statement
police station agu bank account no digigi sasika no bank account no digigi sasika no Professor Frepop what in the report has provided bank statement of that bank account that NIB bank account die biem no famra die biem no famra I this obi na ye no abu da ni agu so wada ni nya ne den Gofredame ehunu se kro no koso but enye na nka ne hyehyɛ ye ho se obepa na aba mu mpenifo ho ntoma enti wiemfo ba no kwa na nanisi no so ene osori a 187 majeli omu 200 budget na kimpins no omu hyase enti ade ni timi nya no wagya omu de to so miensa owura bi e fe na e fe se Abed Joseph Kwam o kai man so adubia wono de na dwuma ne se wo ye illegal mining concession don komiyo na ode adoma to so enti wo agya kwabena na oba ho a we were party new aban yi wo se yetimi buawo enti fa ankrata abra mema concession
what
Professor Kwam no enti waje won krata no a ni na wo report no mo
tie me baby ode ko na me se ho etrododo Prof Kwam I deny categorically say bibi etisa no enya no kore
kodoponi na se ne dance ni wa brochire
ode Prof credit na court sa me no kase
nipa
me ba ode Prof general court say me no kase enti se yen be ka say susudua wo ye station program so say sana oye wo bra sam no okota na kame say ye so de hu bo abebe wura mu bi
ajakwa abune
na pese okwe na otwe mu free kra
me ya asase su nipa mentinsuom eti abere bi abo bo mochichi betima free nsuo no aba be dia dance yesi denchi mawu me ni chinyedi o
e bia na denchi
Babna senchire no we ya Ashanti regional vice chairman say wo no de nkrata akoma saa Kwam yi amana koye concession nyina ma akwa lands commission kura nya dance say and then the wanya mining concession legally efriase a sa concession dia ma kwabena senchire no ya self achira to am obi fufuro kwabena senchire video no enye kokwa mu ade o e public document
me pa choti
etimi na mi twa na kwabena senchire
me ba ansaba o kemi ni hobi beba wona woka and prof so nkrata na o de ba na doesn't mean say na se mo kan na no kore.
Eti police after kwabena senchire, that's a legitimate person to
ask. There police for ne amasa.
So we are talking about
say obi the report. If say obi the report aba. Report ni. Ono na asem ene masem. Wo asem ne masem. Wo se me kwaye ne makofa we. Ena wo hu ye na watwe ni nyina de aba. Se de aka ne no kore, se nya no kore no, wo na wo ka. Me so a wo kan asem no fa me ho no. Me so se enya no kore, se de aka ne no kore. Enti me so be asem no kwa court. Me so me yin sam na hoda ne se enya no kore. Enti dem bi na obese me.
Awon na obehunu se de o gida mfimfi no wa ye gofre dame no won ka no kore kontumponi. De wo boso bo no. De de so bo no bono no. Adansini ni owo mu no. He fa ne ye from so obi anka na asem. You get it? Se katasu mu aso no wono na boboa no na sha free. Se prof se enya no kora. Kwabena senchire se no kore. Ya fra kwabena senchire. Wa deny. What testify?
Now, Kwabena senchire di ba sa report no.
Yes, ni wo.
Na eba report no.
Video so abonten.
Do you know the number of investigations on my behind the scene?
The investigation, on first report no mra. It is not about saying man say adansi bia ni o sa report no your investigation o ye no. A whole report the docket no your. On famre. Some view say boni bia ko so who so dia. And your father adansi die brai. And you know what is there to hide? If Godfrey Adame feels I'm pardon say bia ni ho dia. All these matters, investigation be a quote a prove say boni bia no. Some investigation no way. What to be far back? Because he is equally a mother serpent of corruption or shielding corrupt officials.
Or shielding
because these are glaring facts. Say be abofra say your from credit say where you dance enough.
Attorney General investigation.
My number 4.
When is Attorney General investigation?
Investigating body Ben and one investigation report Ben and
CID
investigative report Ben and
CID for na ye omuhwehwe de bre Attorney General so wonye no fa ye.
Sam rantie no ye chi omugu
afia. And Attorney General say CID for amfa bibia e tangible na nya no ano no.
Ye chi omugu afia ase no nso na ni ate. Mine no nkoso. Akunta mine. Okowura Nibri forest. Tano Nibri. Abra. Only character be was what the room time I want to me. 30th September 2022. Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources began categorically say Chama Wuntumi has done illegal activity. Why illegal entry? Based in there, but for Adame, one Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources here. Investigation be na come. The ministry in the nature. Okwa Tano Hwana Kasangasa Samro boy. Tano River. The normal mining practices say Okona Subontin da wa. Ubetima mining na give 100-meter yard and sana why mining no. Chama wuntumi akonta mining feed yes in so finfin.
No no ya wo ho ha.
Camera quiet. That is the work of a journalist.
Me can say yen ni enhu evidence bi e kire say. Enti wo de Senator Thompson kan no ko twa na fabra na fa koma appropriate authorities no.
Messi Ghana say. Messi Ghana say. You are the fourth realm of government. Enti omusumu fa mu hunjim. Ye be kan say no ni en kan no sa kwa.
Ye de ho agimu. Ye de ho agimu.
Papa wo ma so na jakwa be no.
Yes, nane the aye kan nyina ne say ade no kame say no upon all the reporting tin nyina no
ya bogu
bibia no ebetuma ibio but kame say dem bi so sa hye kire o ba bia ama Ghana Bar Association for kasa say omo ya lawyer for titiri akuni nipa omo na atemu adwuma ni kura wo mo enti wo mutumi embebue omo no enka se mi wo bra wo mu ni nyina so bia enti so mo ka se mo nkyere mo mom kwadu tumi bia etagram se chia me ni se wo mo so adom na to fuma hu se there are some powers behind the garamsey enti sanya ma no wona se report we nyina chi ntumi ahu hwede a na okono ye betumi akon ana se ntumi nkum ye tam kra so ba
okono de agency o se me nkasa kra me senior start my fans. Senior,
social commentator.
Senior, I understand your position now because they say Mra ye woman difficult to defend about.
What is difficult about it?
Yes, and what they I understand. One say o kasano we say me nye niema politics but ufre NDC bem senka eya na ufre Ghana fu bem a then enye politics but the moment now obeka say NDC no it becomes politics inti say we see enye nationalistic dia let's go nationalistic ebusuafu ya wode nsemu ababetu gwei woye himfu okrom ha eja kwabra woye himfu wonye a lawyer fo ebi nye a judge fo say Ghana Bar Association won na say asem bi ba oman mu ha na say wodi asem na woka ho bi anambwa ena papa ya odin krata ya ba bontin a abeye hu aye nyina ye ken onye ordinary person onye foot soldier onye obi a oni nam kwanchen keko oye obi a MPP amanyoku nu odimu akotempa to extend say emiri bi etwa mu nu na ni position a wodi amano no eye position a ono necessary ohwe won a woye mining ene nhun semsem wo man mu ha anambwa ena ono kru ya atena se enu wahu say niema ekoso a eseyen insu eseyen kwai eseyen koko afu ene nasefo no efi the powers a ehye baby ema wabobodin ema say din a won abobo nyina no ye nyina nim pefeesi wo powerful na se impo sankrofo na all kind won shase a eja kwabna you start here mining mining is one of the oldest professional ebe wiase enye ne mining wo ho ansana many any mi senior any obi a yeti dem awowo na ye bi sesi adenti na sa mra ye wo mu ye complain bebre because won asa ye niam bebre uti ha uti hei udi infoni bi to TV so emri bi atwa mu si monhwe forest bi enkrofu bi ya boa forest na won a wo hon won kontokwa ekosi den o kan ankosi aga inti ye kan mana kosi se opanyin nan kase tumi ehu se empanyinfu bi hye galamse won ese yensu wo se nya lor akwai enimfu na odika yembi se ehu si won a wo se won a kire won nyina attorney general se wo prosecute won wo ye hefo opanyin bi hu bon enya mofra na wo ye wash na won a kire won mofra na wash na wodi kenten wash na en wo kikire won na won so na wodi soldier fu e guide ne there was a report our mu sister station bi so a obonru akwai mu a military deployment na hye kwai ni mu no eye military kitwa na hina no be deploy military se e dia ko hye kwai mu se obi enta echi nye sa e be ko ne sa o memu ha no eye na se asem ni beto gwa instead a ye be hu kwan a ye be fa so a ye be ka no na fe ya start blame asimesi na ya start blame obentin but be bia sese ye de no kware ne to no ya fanto ebe wiechi no na oba be blame ahemfu ebe wiechi no oba be blame won a wo ye fu but ye be se hu se ahemfu na se won eti krom ho no won wo ma permit ni se obi nkono mani ana permit no what in krom an wo ma permit no ana amendment of young mining act no enyo hene ngote na kurase ho na o amende no eyen kram ha na yete ne amende it say wo amende wa ha na wo fo nipa no na de ne kowura kwa animu na wo ma amanfo di won achi e ko protect won a hena no osai kwa no enya wo it say ewiachi na e betena se ne akese na obi na oye se emfa kwa mesre se baby adu no won a predict say a time will come insu ya yehu say si hai a emu fefefe ya yetumi numi jesi ya kra na uko kra nsuba ya kra toothpick ya kra manches na nsunsu esu atwa ehu ahia bebre ya bekọ akokra badia na Ghana na ne yanton because at the end of the day no ne yehu ne aye wo omanga na because say basic things are ebe boati mamufu na at the end of the day ye be kra bakrom ha simply because obi wo to me and odi ni to me assign niam just by heart. Na yekoya na
ba say ye betumi akokun ana say
ye betumi amana abafam eja kwa na okun ya yakun eye crocodile da what can they crocodile John okun ya yakun eye we ZYZ those days there were terms bia oka alanjima method ZYZ o try no ho ye try ho Fred ni asamba be see the same point blame game we no yes na we okun na yakun is just on paper and the reality on the ground, you know, we are not fighting it. And let us not be hypocrites here. The issue is that we are not fighting Galamsey. We are not serious. We are not serious as a nation to fight Galamsey. The truth is that the people who claim said they are fighting the Galamsey menace, they are the same people who are doing it.
Enti no want to be kono.
Na I say ujinachi. Na uto ade ni to eni say mo fa na offer no asan dia bra wo achi na ukonin wo se mama mo nye bribia wo anim ho but we pi obi na oye wie no offer ade na no asan dia bra nti na ekun na ukonin se ye wo pese ye hu se wo rekun okun ya empanyifo na edi anim no they know them opanyin edi abetugwa
obi the message bi by na ode bae no o attack me but enya hwe but ka se bi wo mu wo me de ha me kura so long as and can kura I say there are a lot of NDC big men and MPs that own excavator and waiting to come to power and receive okay. Let's say NDC for or say Galamsey no enti
you see in order for us to be able to fight this Galamsey menace what we need to do
1 minute nana 1 minute
the message can have you
the
president I don't want it because the president has the powers. The president should declare state of emergency in our forest.
I say baby there say the nation in and declare state of emergency. As an able man.
Alfred, now so 1 minute.
1 minute maybe so okay sometime back Ekruha president B Haiti omonya earthquake na come $3 million okay president Krono President Tata Mills. Time I hate in your earthquake problem. No. We went to give them $3 million. In who she wo be cancer relief $1 million. Say ya man of food items and for foreign affairs receiving yama from various places. In our omodema a government of Ghana they come on. Then later on the vice president went to visit them. Most won't be that. Okay, circle disaster. Over 200 people were maimed. Omo pray omo ye John Mohammed to be a show moda. It took Nanado to come to government to take care of them. It took Nanado to come to government. John Mohammed ye there. One ka say omo.
Then I say
now we be can say
now so 1 minute. So 1 minute ni yanko.
Enti psycho victims no omo shishi kogura hospital omo da hwa kopinse Nanado ba power. Oh, so let's not do this.
Yes, and Kelly as a it's never true. Eti me pacho. Eti say Prince say pictures no ha Ankobra River 2016 and 2017 na ye hwe se net sen na pepepe na ye penso a na ye asem na to esi wo ha na 1 minute.
Na 1 minute.
1 minute that na 2016 na insuno na enim tse senior media ne kan
okay me that
say de
me that say me kasa was go fro bi kan oye
na okay say omo kasa no say ya che moframa na omo excavate
na some moframa no ya cheche wo
na say no ache court na won timi kasa we na esma me say me nko ye na ye nko che na ye boss me na me ko ye ma say wo masmo say ko ya ade ko ye bone na ko ye bone na ya che wo
na say o ka say o be yi no o ka say o ba wo power
wo timi kasa me na me say ko ye bone
me say o ka say ma ba wo power o be yi ro
nti
o ka say ma ba wo
na want to mean na
me pacho yeah investigating bodies na juma be no mo ye me pacho enu nie river Ankobra
want to tell me truthfully speaking we voting I would believe say 2016
the obisa
this picture on the social media you are exposing your they brought it to social media and expose them
expose them info
and this is
social media different picture
and some of the two social media
oh different picture
yes I'll send that picture to you I'll send it to you
so come to me na mam sisi
I'll pick it up and send it to you
share me patch
there is never true say 2016 is na
the recording here consider base
na record me to me recording to hold na me man
him to the bar
Sami wohu yo ene mo nyina tiri nkwa mede besia na sorry so waka ne de awie na so ye hwe o say it is never true na so ye hwe say eye nokra na sanya nokra Doris account taxing bio ene eye wawoda na wo ton kenke ewo kokomlemle ebusanfo nyina se wo mo echa say birthday or what and birthday okay eno ano no e da ase papa mama hwe na me sam hwe bio Miss Anshibi. Na mo no UTV adwumayefo nso yenso ye ho se enuanom a wo mefe ene North Town South Town ene some part of Greater Accra Eastern region won so mo ho kire obo pa enti ye adwumayefo no so yenso de ye kan se wo mo abi obetum de abo a fa bra fi ha na yenso ye keke ase kakra sempo ne kapre bi obi na adwumayefo no yenso ye ahya ase ye ne kakra enti se wo abonte na so hwe abiribia na so wo mo abi obetum de abebo a wo so de ba ye beda wase na de koma enuanom akwa ahokyere mo sanse e kan nantu a na kan hene me di de agya kwabena yeho ayi adoma ye be se hia akramo ama mo nyina mo ne hwe